Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to Manga Monday. I don't wish it were Sunday. No. Here, let me get my headphones on, get in the nice cord, and then, well, maybe even before getting into Discord, do the whole share out thing. So we share on the X because X marks the spot. Oh, it's not X though, it's Twitter. Because we're all at Twitter. Oh, share on the Facebooks. Can you face your book? Can you book your face? Or would you want to book your face? What are you booking your face for? Okay, let's grab the link here and share it in Discord. And share it in the main Discord. And we'll send it to you people. We sent it. No, we did not send it to. Okay, so in the chat, in the on air, we go. No, we haven't. Hey, Mike Howell. Yes. Discord. Yeah, probably gonna be changing the time because I get off at 5 and sometimes I gotta take the bus home. So I'm probably gonna be changing the time from now on, Monday and Wednesday, to 7 as well. You know, as it is same thing, just because of my timing. Of course, that's Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so you know what? I'm not sure whether I might have done this character a long time ago. I don't know. But maybe not. I don't know. How are you, Mike? How are you, Raul? How goes things? Hey, Fitzjozo, how are you? Okay, so we're gonna, I think, scale this down a little and then move it. There we go. Maybe we should also put up an image of who is supposed to do your eye. Okay, so that is the character we're supposed to be drawing. Might not be the exact image I'm using. She does also have like a magician's staff or, as well. Okay, so I think we're gonna feel it down a little more because of the hat that she's supposed to be wearing that I want to get in here. Okay, there we go. Let's add that. Let's this down. So I'm actually using a different pose from her than the one that's up there. And actually, I'm even altering the one that I'm looking at a little bit. So how is everybody tonight? Nobody's talking. Well, it's not unusual though. Nobody to talk in my chat. Come in, say hi, and we'll just lurk. Let's lurk. We're the lurkers. We love to lurk. You know what? Lurkers are fine. Excuse me. I don't know this character. Huh. Oh, I got it. What site did it? Oh, I just looked up list of manga characters. Uh, is an arch wizard who descended from crimson demons, powerful humanoids who possess black hair and red eyes, and sport Chinabun Ana. Meganunum only knows a single skill, incredibly powerful explosion magic that immediately incapacitates her for the rest of the day when cast, and refuses to learn any other. That's the character. I'm not sure what one she's from. Might be the same name. What manga is from? Kona Saba. Suba? She's from the anime and manga thing called Kunasuba. You can barely hear me. Okay. Um, Turn this up. Whoa, that might be too much. Can you hear me better now? And hello, Raul, again then, and Mike. How are you guys? I've heard of Kunosoba, but never watched it. Well, I can't say I've ever heard of it, let alone watched it. There we go. Okay, there is round two. Fight. Now we'll add a little bit more to the costume. There we go. Battles probably watched it, but somehow I doubt it. Um, it might not be his. So this week I'm going to be combining Moon Knight. Or tomorrow night I'll be combining Moon Knight with somebody. I already know who I'm going to be combining with. I just forget. Uh, because we'll be drawing up Moon Knight on John and Quarter Fan Edition. Oh, Firestorm. Firestorm and Moon Knight. So that should be interesting. Yeah. I don't know this character. I'm probably coming on. Okay. Hey, Alpha, how are you? Yeah, it's from a show called Kona Saba. I put the name in that thing. I just I looked up list of anime and manga characters, and this was how far down the list? This is number 25. Well, I wanted to go with something that I didn't. I didn't want to go with Naruto. I didn't want to go with Monkey D. Luffy, One Piece. I wanted to go with something that looked somewhat unique. And it looks like there could have been some others, but she was 25th on the list. I'm okay. I'm okay. I knocked over the stump in my backyard. Okay. Uh, Not sure whether I want to ask, but did you get
Hi,
hey, Alpha, did you get page 4 done?
I hope you have no audio issues here.
Oh, I have. Oh, hopefully I've got the right. I hear you. But do you hear me?
You,
Okay, I hear you, Fitzgerald.
because I said, I tried watching Ron again. Well, the new one. 'Cause I watched the old one already. Already, I didn't like it. So I tried watching the.
Ah,
I'm like, Ron number one half that show where teenage boy gets splashed with cold water to a girl, and you know that show.
I know of it. Yes, I've heard of it. Where the guy can become a girl, or the girl can become a guy. Depends on how you want to think about it.
No, it's against he's originally a human male, and he falls into a pool of the drowned maiden and turns to a girl.
Okay. So he's a guy that can turn into a girl. Because he was a guy
Like,
first. Hey, Flit! Flit is here in the chat. How are you?
but so I'm like, this is just not funny. But then again, because it's a show of comedy, sees everything. So I'm like, I don't know. It's not funny. So just I have a very bad reaction to it every time I watch it.
Uh, well,
I like I'm
or it's not funny to you, anyways.
again. Okay, I already, yeah, I find all the characters unlikable, but then again, I don't expect to like the characters in the show like this because if the target audience was show adults or if it aimed at teenagers, then I don't expect to like find the characters likable. I only expect to find characters likable as like Freddy Krueger, like Chucky, where you laugh at him, yeah, but you don't really like the character. That's all. That's kind of my expectations from a show from any piece of entertainment aimed at adults or aimed at teenagers.
Yeah.
So I already know that I already didn't expect to like I already don't expect to like any of the characters. I didn't like the characters in the original, so original anime. So why like the reboot?
True. Let's see. Flit has got an eyebrow raise for some reason. Not Flit, I mean Alpha. Flit says, Rick, I saw an entire flock of turkeys on my run this morning.
Okay.
Did you become chicken and flock away?
I mean, when I was teenage, I've seen I've walked past flocks of geese before. Geese
Yeah.
before. It was a big deal. Okay, it's all geese. Okay.
I'm not sure whether
Uh,
I've ever seen a flock of turkeys. But apparently, somewhere in the states, I think it's the states, or was it Canada? There's been a whole bunch of turkeys in this one town, um, messing with people. I forget what town or whatever. I saw somebody reacting to this in the news, something that became viral. Might be a few years old too, that they were reacting something reacting to. So I don't know. Alpha says not a flock of turkeys, Flit. It's a rafter of turkeys. Oh, okay. I would have thought because it's birds, it's a flock. Because birds of a feather
Uh,
flock together.
yeah. This different terms for a group of group of birds. Yeah, like a group of crows is called a murder for some reason.
Because they're out to murder you.
I know. Crows. I mean, they do feast on carry dead bodies, but at the same time, crows don't really kill people, humans. Not unless no, don't really try unless you love them or something.
Flit says, all I know is I saw my Thanksgiving dinner. So there were wild turkeys. Do you have a
Yeah, I
license
guess
to
they're wild.
kill? Do you have a license to kill wild turkeys, Flit? Do you need a license to kill wild turkeys? Where you are? Would you tell me if you do? Do 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 do. Skibidi dibidi dibidi dabidi doo. Flit says, yeah, wild turkeys, and you don't need a license if you don't get caught. But I guess therein lies the trick, not getting caught.
Better have a silent sniper rifle or something. So otherwise, everybody in the neighborhood go he we shoot a turkey. So,
Well, unless he shoots it with a bow and arrow.
yeah, let's use a bow.
But then they might
Which
just hear him because they might not hear him, but they might hear the turkey because it might get loud because it's been shot. I actually read a book once where this, I think it was father and son. They were end up trying to poach this guy's whole bunch of turkeys by feeding them sleeping pills. I forget what you call it that was called. Which, but I read it in like grade school at some point. Forget the name of the book. Let's see whether I can find it out. Name. um, book where uh, father and son poach turkeys with sleeping pills. Danny, champion of the world. I don't think this is it. A 1975 children's thriller author. Plot centers on Danny, a young English boy, and his father William. They live in a gypsy caravan, fix cars for a living in their mechanic shop, and partake of poaching peasants. It was first published in the States by Alfred A. Knopf. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It was adapted in a made-for-TV movie in 1989. Well, maybe this is. Danny, who was born in the south of England, is only 4 months old when his mother dies suddenly. He is only a child and lives with his father William in an old caravan behind a service station in the garage they operate together. Yeah, this is it. Danny, champion of the world. Okay, I didn't think that's what it was called. Metal says explosion for some reason.
Yeah, I think that's what Megumin is known. The Megumin's character is known for. I'm not. I, I'm not sure because I've never watched Konosuba, but I probably never will.
Um, and then he says some couple words from, I believe, Japanese. And hello, Metal.
Also, I wonder. Also, has anyone thought of the concept of regular guy who has regular humans who have to figure out how to kill superpower beings? Like,
It's called The Boys.
is that it? Yeah, the Boys TV show specifically.
Yeah, well, it's
Not the comic.
also the comics is that too.
The comic, they have powers. So
Well, I don't. Well, I could be wrong. I don't think.
yeah, they do have powers in the comic. Now, they all have powers in the comic. They just don't wear costumes.
Oh,
If you actually read that, yeah, they all have powers. They just don't wear costumes.
well, even it. Well, even though, uh, even with that, still, even with the TV show, they have that. So somebody's thought of the idea. Have they put it in comic book form then? I guess not.
Yeah, because I can't find anything else that's done that before.
Uh, what says? I guess you can't type gypsies in the chat. Gypsies in chat. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't. I would think you'd be
Because
able
Maxie,
to.
that's a racial slur or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep watching around I just because the first episode became so unbearable that I couldn't even finish it. So
Huh? Oh well. That's like me watching like 1.5 episodes of Riverdale.
yeah,
I watched I watched the first episode of Riverdale. I started watching it. I actually couldn't get through it the first time, and then
yeah. I was laughing I was laughing down about 4 years ago about 4 years ago when I first found out about that show existing. Because like you made a TV show based on Archie comics, and the characters are nothing like comics at all. The characters are nothing like themselves in the comics at all. Even close.
yeah, yeah. Like the only one
Like
that
they have the same. They look like kind of like the characters, but that's about it. Like you made Jughead and the aloof recluse, rather than a super social guy who likes to eat a lot. Like that right there is like and then you made and then you made Archie have sex with Miss Grundy, and she's not all wrinkled old crone. I'm like, huh?
that's about the only way that Archie would have sex with her, not being the old crone. But that's beside the point.
I'm like, and like none of these characters are like the comics characters at all. And the show,
Yeah,
and apparently, at the end of season one, Archie's dad gets killed by a robber, and then they try to retroactively say he's a serial killer second season when the plot point it makes no sense at all. Then apparently the show it becomes yes. Apparently
yeah,
it becomes a CW superhero show again, vigilante show again. Every story arc is about them fighting serial killers and cults and stuff. And they basically turned the town of Riverdale into Gotham City for some reason.
yeah. Well, there's been Archie's weird mysteries and stuff like that before. Like so.
But all dramatic and serious. But they made all dramatic and serious and it's
Yeah.
acting nothing like the comics get. Like
Oh
this is
yeah.
not Archie
Oh
Archie at all.
yeah.
This is more so a CW vigilante show, but it's just where Archie Comics is a skin suit for some reason.
Yeah. I
And
agree that
and
it's not nowhere close. It may be Riverdale, but it ain't Archie.
I forgot the guy's name, but the writer, so the guy who wrote the show is a comic book writer, by the way. The guy who made the Riverdale TV show is a comic book writer, by the way. And is the quote unquote fan of Archie, but he's never really a fan of Archie. He just wanted he's wanted to use them as skin suits to play out the comics he wish he could have wrote. He actually wrote Marvel back in the day. Forgot the guy's name.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. Like I said, I watched the first episode. I couldn't get through it. Just to show my mom how bad it was. I showed her the first episode, which allowed me to get through it, but she didn't get through it. And then I started watching the second episode. I couldn't get through it, so I watched about 1.5 episodes of that. It's like, nope, never watched. And I was surprised when it got renewed for a second season. I was surprised when it got renewed for a third season. It's like, this is just ridiculous.
there's a lot of cults and there's lots of serial killers. There's basically like there's one that apparently they fight a cult that's stealing people organs in one season as one of the main plots.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. I don't really care. I'm never going to
uh,
watch that show, and I'll always tell anybody if you like Archie, you're not going to like this show. Don't watch it.
another season that apparently they fight a cult based around some D&D knockoff. Uh, uh,
uh,
another season they fight. I think they fight a group of inbred mutants out in the woods or
yeah,
something.
well, yeah, well,
Like he was about.
yeah, well, yeah. Like I said, uh, it doesn't matter to me. I'm never going to watch it. I don't really want to watch it. I just brought up the similar. I just bring it up because it was a similar thing that happened with me with it than with you with the show that you were talking about.
I was talking
Uh,
about Ranma, but Ranma's not that. Now not that. Just don't find it funny at all. Okay, I don't. That's the point why I couldn't even get through the first episode of Revival.
yeah,
I couldn't
well,
just get.
but my point was more you couldn't get through the first episode of that. I couldn't get through the first episode of Riverdale. It was just
Yeah, I had to turn. Yeah, I had to turn it off like by the second bathroom scene.
yeah.
So
Okay, that doesn't tell
like
me anything because I've never watched it. Anyways, Metal says this conversation is boring. I'm gonna go do stuff, but I'll leave the stream on my computer. Thank you. Hopefully, we can get you back with and it not be so boring. I don't know, but do you think the Japanese have locales? What are locales again? Flit. Because I know I've heard the term, but I forget what
allow
it is.
cow. Like, if you want to make a show about fighting evil cults, just make a show about fighting evil cults. Evil cults. What? Why? Why? I don't even get what.
You don't get it? They were just trying to snag the name to get viewers, and they got some people. They got me to watch like 1.5 episodes. But it what any real Archie fan, I don't think would have watched that. I think they would have shut it off about as fast as I did. It's as you said, and you were correct. None of the characters were the characters. So at that point, I'm not watching Archie. It may be held in Riverdale. You may be calling them by those Archie names, but you ain't got Riverdale here, or you ain't got Archie. Alpha says they were aiming for the modern art audience. Yeah, that knew nothing about Archie.
I don't get. I don't get it. Why don't you need to reinvent the character and make it serious? That's the thing. Like, if you just keep it as a silly teenage love story thing, not real, like harm thing. That's
well,
really
you
what
want
Archie is.
well, you want to know something? I could even take a more serious Archie thing, but make the characters who they are.
We don't need you don't need Jughead to become the stereotypical emo or something. Something. I don't know what the hell he was doing, Jughead.
So I don't know. Let's try and figure out something else to talk about because, as Metal said, that's boring. I don't need to talk about something that I don't want to watch.
By the way, did anybody hear about that? There's a Hunter the Reckoning game coming out. No, nobody. I guess nobody here cares.
Well, there might be some people. Metal might care
Because
about that.
but no, he doesn't like War of Darkness. setting. It's set in the same universe as Vampire the Masquerade. If you, I gotta explain this. Have you heard of the World of Darkness? Probably not. I assume.
I don't think so,
Uh,
but I could have.
have you
Maybe
heard of
I have. Maybe I haven't.
have you heard of have you heard of Vampire the Masquerade?
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, the Vampire the Masquerade is part of that setting. That's what's called the World of Darkness, and it's a series of tabletop games. Each one focuses on a different monster or supernatural creature that exists in that world. But but Hunter is the one we play as mortals who have to fight monsters.
Okay.
So you just play as an ordinary human who has to kill natural stuff.
Okay.
But you're making a RPG, actual RPG game based on Hunter. Uh, it's by the same studio who did those recent RoboCop video games.
Okay. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Heck, they did an RPG of Marvel, and I think DC's done one. Lots of people have done.
No. Not it's not gonna be a tabletop game. It's gonna be like actual a video game by the same studio that did those recent RoboCop video games.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
Based on a tabletop game.
Okay, they've done D&D, so this doesn't surprise me.
Mm. I don't remember the name of the studio off the top of my head. I gotta remember.
And so it
But
might be good, it might be bad. Hopefully it'll be good.
I'm a fan of World of Darkness setting, even though I never played a single game before. But then again, it's the same thing with D&D. Yeah, we want to get the basics. How the basics how vampires work specifically in the setting. You have a bunch of different monsters, but how vampires work in World of Darkness is that the first vampire is Cain from the Bible. But when God made him walk the earth for all of eternity after killing Abel, he made him into the first vampire.
Okay.
Uh,
Although that's not quite true. He did make him walk the earth for all of eternity, but.
he made him into the first vampire in this setting. And
Yeah,
and then mm,
in
yeah,
their continuity.
they made him the first vampire, and then most of the modern, and then there's different strains of vampirism, with different abilities and curses.
Uh,
So
that's
well, there's different types of vampires. So uh at yeah, but and just different vampire bloodlines and stuff. There's a bunch of different crazy ones. Like we got one. They all kind of based on different folklore about vampires. So you got
mm,
one called Clan Nosferatu that literally look just like Nosferatu. They're absolutely hideous vampires. You cannot pass for a human.
okay, let's
So
see. Alpha says I only follow a few Japanese YouTubers to play. Then says I also don't think Japanese culture would have low cows watching someone to grieve themselves like something the Japanese would frown upon and not endorse. Flip makes a thinking icon and then says it does seem like the Japanese culture would produce low cows, or at least very few. I wonder if they'd enjoy American or Canadian locales. So, okay, what are locales? Um, Lit or Alpha, since Alpha seems to know what it is. Also, he said, IIRC Mormons believe Cain still walks the earth, and all sightings of Bigfoot / Sasquatch are actually sightings of Cain. Okay. I did not. I know a lot about the Mormons. I did not know that about them.
Mormons are just kind of yeah. I just don't. I just don't. Maybe like it doesn't. Even, what we'll talk stuff Mormons talk about. Sometimes don't even make sense of history. I think they say Jesus was born in America. Like it makes no sense.
Locals are streamer people who watch to make fun of. Da 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 da. Mormons believe black people's dark skin is the mark of Cain. Or that's what they once believed. I'm not sure whether they still believe that.
Yeah, no, it makes no. Yeah, I know it makes no sense. Like so apparently,
Well, and I
like
think more
so
than me,
apparently,
more. I think more than Mormons believe that at one point too. So,
I mean, I don't even get it. It's like do people like, oh, do Indian people also count as that as counting that as well? Apparently, do they
well,
consider Indian people that way too?
yeah.
It's,
Well, the thing is, the mark of Cain. Nobody knows what it is, so people presume things it could have been based on whatever.
yeah, it makes no sense. Mm. That one particularly makes no sense. Like, okay, so uh, I don't because I don't believe in sins the Father anyway.
Let's see. It says Sandy Peterson is a Mormon, and he brings it up occasionally. Although to be fair, he does troll sometimes, so I'm not 100% sure he's being serious. Okay, I know you.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, actually, Alpha is trying to say Joseph Smith. You mean he said John Smith? Said he went into a cave and an angel gave him the gold tablets with lost lore from heaven. And Metal says Sandy Peterson is great. Also, I now have spaghetti. Well, good for you, Alpha. Not Alpha, Metal. You're confusing my people.
The like yeah, but like John Smith is the guy who was saved when he came to America by a little girl named Pocahontas. That John Smith, yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's
the
I don't know we need to why they need to change Pocahontas' story later.
let's see. Just because Rick's losing it. What do you mean I'm losing it? Let's see. Alpha says I've never heard of Sandy Peterson. Metal says he worked on Doom and created Call of Cthulhu, among other things. Alpha says, "Dang, he took my compliment away." What compliment? Flit says I'm losing it for some reason. No, I lost the compliment. Compliment. I don't know what you're meaning, Alpha. Metal says Alpha is thinking of Joseph Smith, the prophet of the Mormons. Yes, that's what I was saying. That he was saying or believing, whatever. He said the wrong name.
I don't know. Mormonism. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Mormonism kind of seems a joke, but I don't know. I'm not a Christian anyway.
Yeah.
So
Alpha says, yeah, Joseph Smith, he is the last and final prophet. No, because then there was Brigham Young after him.
again, I don't know most of these names because I don't know anything about. I don't know much about Mormonism outside some obviously ahistorical stuff
Yeah, well, I don't.
like ahistorical like how was Jesus born in America? Like, huh?
He wasn't born in America. He was supposed to have walked over here or come over here
Came to
physically
America. What?
after
Wow.
his ascension. Why? So he could preach the gospel to them over here.
But 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 they wow, if that was the case, then the natives would have had Christianity before the European settlers came. They
Yeah,
didn't, so
yeah,
it
I
doesn't make any
know.
sense.
Yeah, hey, I'm just telling you what they believe. I didn't say it would make any sense.
Exactly, that doesn't make any sense. Like logically, like wait, why didn't it? If that was the case, the natives would have had a version of Christianity before the Europeans came. So, but they didn't. So this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, hey, it's a cult. They're not supposed to make sense. They're trying to go off of, trying to come up with their own thing to manipulate Christianity to control people with it.
Oh,
Because Joseph Smith, the stuff, if you looked into him, the stuff you'd learn is he was a charlatan, a con man, even before.
okay.
And it was just another way of doing that.
Yeah,
Alpha
no, okay,
says
no.
it's Christian fan fiction. Yeah. Metal says everyone says they are the last and final prophet. True. Or almost true. Everyone, yeah. Uh, Metal says the funny thinking of Jesus just going on a casual stroll, whistling the entire way across the Mediterranean and the Pacific and
Like,
back.
I
Well,
I assume they believe Jesus could teleport or something, but uh,
yeah, he
yeah, I
could
assume
when we
proper,
actually
proper.
see.
If you believe he was God, he could probably he could probably he would probably just teleport.
Yeah, and technically you see a well, I believe you see a teleportation in the Gospels with him. The one time that they were out on the Sea of Galilee, I think it was, and he comes walking to them across the sea. I think it's the time with Peter gets, supposed to walk to him and falls, and he rescues Peter, and it says he got in the boat and they were at land. Well, that's the way it appears. They were at the shore or whatever, however words it, but it makes it seem like they got in the boat and they were right at land. So maybe it's the way it's worded. To me, it seems with the way it's worded that he teleported himself and everybody in the boat and the boat at to land. And Metal says, yeah, but it's funnier if he walked the entire way. Yeah, and who says he walked across the Pacific? Maybe he walked across the Atlantic.
That would be a very long walk. So I mean,
Yeah, either way, it'd be a long walk across the Atlantic or the Pacific, but the Pacific would be longer.
probably had to stop on some islands first. Like that would be just a long walk.
Why would he need to stop? He's God, right?
Uh, uh,
It'll take him a few years, right, to walk across.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be more efficient just teleport.
Alpha says, if memory serves me correctly, the original scrolls have no punctuation. You mean for Christianity or for Mormonism? What? Alpha. Foot says, if you had the ability to walk across the ocean, are you saying you wouldn't do it? Oh, would I walk across? If I had the ability to walk across the ocean, would I do it? Some of it, not all of it. Especially if I had the ability to teleport as well. For Christianity, that's why I said the original. Okay. Well, it might have had punctuation, but it would have been Jewish punctuation and how their grammar worked and all that sort of stuff back then.
I'm not. No, I don't even know what the Hebrew ranks is even is. I probably looked that up.
What's that you looked up?
I said. I would probably have to look up that. How do your alphabet even what the alphabet even was.
Well, that would be Greek. Thinking Alpha and Omega. Um,
I'm about Hebrew
yeah,
Greek
yeah,
alphabet.
yeah. I know. I was just my mind went to Alpha and Omega at first, and then I just had to remind myself
Nah, that's
that's
Greek.
yeah. I had to remind myself that that's Greek, not thing. But I have a friend who is Israeli, and he's taught me a little bit about their letters and all that. And I've listened to some other stuff on it, Hebrew, but I don't remember a lot of it. So, but anyways, Metal says, oh yeah, the first century Greek had no punctuation, no spaces, and no capital letters. So I guess they had a lot of run-on sentences. It must have been a pain to edit, people. Or did you have to edit anything?
Mm-hmm.
Zoomer on Twitter are just reviving the first century Greek with writing traditions then because they all type that way. Says Flit. Uh, the metal says basically no. The Mediterranean writing system did. Neither did Roman, Aramaic, Coptic, etc. Have what spaces and punctuation and all that, capital letters. Well, no. Well, the one thing I know about Hebrew, it had no vowels. So that would be unusual or hard or whatever.
I hope this one doesn't come off as a complete catastrophe. Like, I know how you draw anime with your eyes and just look awful most of the time. Mhm.
Yes.
I know this show's supposed to be isekai parody, but it doesn't go hard enough, more really, because I know it's not going to go hard enough because it's Japanese. They're going to try to be polite with it. The only isekai parody that didn't try to go light with it was like Heat Flare, but even then, that had to be canceled. After one chapter because the authors of the manga that they were supposed to be parodying all threatened to sue.
Yeah. Metal says until the modern do, until the modern do, things like spaces and functions were rarities. Many languages only even adopting only after becoming trading partners. And then Flint says, Rick, did you growing up believe consonants were male and vowels were female? No, I did not. Uh, Flip said, geez, you didn't have to say it like that. Like what? Didn't have to say what, like what? Why, did you grow up believing that, Flint? I can't help it if I got taught better right from the beginning. So I wouldn't believe something so silly. Uh, Splits like maybe, and then metals like Konosuba went proportionally hard on the isekai back in 2013 when it was first published. It's just that the isekai had gotten so much worse in the past 13 years that Konosuba is now tamed by comparison. And Alpha's like, are we back on the topic of anime and manga? I don't. Sure, I guess so. We went off of it.
I'm back. Oh, oh, I'm back. It's all right. Reconnect. Um, yeah, yeah, like you didn't have phone isekai back when Konosuba came out. Wait, are you talking?
Me, no.
Oh, okay. They didn't have phone isekai. Like isekai was it has a guy in his phone, but that's kind of a trend as well. I just I just can't believe how low effort isekai anime is. Like I think even bad cowboy movies from like I think I'm not exactly sure, but I will assume even bad cowboy movies back in they put more effort into themselves than isekais. Uh, like they can't even come up with their own unique cast of characters. They don't even they don't unique villain or antagonist or anything like that. They don't even try. Like they don't have their own unique supporting cast. No, just it's really just the harm cliches.
Uh, I actually don't think the cowboy movies put that much effort into it. So, I've watched a few of them. My mom was really into the old cowboy stuff. Flit says I tried watching Konosuba once, but I was so bored. Felt like it was the same three or four repeated jokes over and over. I only made it a few episodes in, though. So, and then he corrected himself and did say the three or four same jokes because he forgot to put the word jokes in there. I put it in. Anyways, then he's crying because his typing is so bad today.
Yeah, a lot I haven't watched the show, but I know a lot of jokes are either the character is X character is incompetent, laugh, or Z that or B these characters wear no underwear, laugh. Yeah, so that just those two things already just don't sound funny.
At least not to us, like different cultures. And depending on the audience that it's intended for, you know, if it's intended for little kids, oh, little kids love potty humor.
Now I say they don't wear underwear.
Yeah,
That's the
that's sort of potty humor.
well, that's not really potty
Uh,
humor. That's just sexual humor.
Nice. Oh, he doesn't wear underwear. Ew,
No, not
gross.
he. They're hardly any male characters in the show.
Is somebody else here? Raul?
Yeah, I snuck in.
Ah, I heard you
No,
laughing.
I said they're hardly any male characters in the show. Just a bunch of teenage girls. That's
Yeah,
it. And then the male main character.
even more so they'd be, ew, he doesn't wear underwear. She doesn't wear underwear. So gross. It's a girl. And most of the time that would be just ridiculous to them. So gross and ooey.
Not really. It's just sound like a sex joke. But it's just but the thing is, sex jokes in anime is just so uncreative and played out to the point that they're not even really funny.
Yeah, I'm sure they do a lot of that stuff in anime. I'm not trying to say they don't. Metal says the reincarnated into another world genre really started blowing up in the light novel space back in 2009. It had already been taking over the space for 4 years by the time it came around. Then he goes on to say they all wear underwear, but Kazuzuma's luck is too good, and his steal skill almost always gives him the target's panties, even when he doesn't want it. Ah, okay.
But that's not really a joke. It's that even that joke is played out. Now, that's how anime is. Like it's so trope heavy. That even that joke was played out. Probably played out by the time Konosuba Super came out. Oh, see, this guy steals panties. How many stolen panties jokes we gonna get in anime?
Yeah,
Well, we've gotten that. We've gotten that since Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball came out in the 80s.
well, not everybody watches Dragon Ball either. But anyways, let's see. Then Flit says, I mean, not wearing underwear is pretty gross and low class.
Ugh. I'm drawing Rooster Fighter.
Okay, I have no idea who that is.
No, that's another anime about a chicken that kills monsters. I think.
Well,
I think I might watch that sometime.
Yeah, what is it on? Is it on Netflix or Crunchball? Whatever it's called.
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll. Watch it. It look cool. Which one are you drawing, Rick?
The name is what's her name? Mega something.
Megumin,
Oh,
Megumin.
okay.
Megumin from Konosuba.
Okay.
I totally messed up the face, but Flit says Grimace is still the only isekai I actually like, though Overlord is a guilty pleasure and I'm not proud of it, says Flit. Metal says it's fine if you don't get it. Don't get what? Um, Alpha says, I mean, not wearing underwear is pretty gross and low key class. Tell that to Chester Busby, says Alpha.
Busby.
Flit says, I will, Chester Busby. If you don't wear underwear, you're gross and low class. Send post. Well, he is the host on the Chester Busby channel for a variety of things, but one of the main things, of course, is I believe fan edition or ultimate edition of Drawn and Quartered. And
Also, Konosuba is not aimed at little kids. For kids, you gotta understand there aren't any anime or target audience younger than 15, except for like Pokemon, which
what about Digimon?
and Digimon as well, But even then, I don't think they don't release those in America anymore.
What about
I'm not even
Astro
sure.
Boy? What about Astro Boy?
Do you know how long ago Astro Boy was?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Nah,
When
but I think
I
before
when
then.
That was like 1960 or 50, maybe.
well, I think
Exactly.
they had a couple
The
different.
40s. That's old, man. You know what around.
There was a couple different Astro Boys one, but the one I watched was color and it was on TV. So when I was a kid, I watched it. I
All they had is
remember.
black and white.
No, it was. Yeah, there was a black and white version too. Flit says, "I'm gonna clip Rick quoting my post, edit it so it sounds like he's the one saying it, and tweet it at Chester Busby." Oh, and
I
this
mean,
week,
the only enemy with target audience younger than 15 for the past like 5 years was like Pariri is a cute slime. Even then, that's still somewhat sexual. So
and they're doing Moon Knight on Drawn and Quartered this week. Raul.
Ooh, wait a minute. Might add some detail to that one. I like David Finch's stuff on Moon Knight. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, I thought you might like it to come by and participate. I see you had to leave early last time, eh?
They put you on the spot, man. He's like, so Raul, what is going on? I'm like, uh-oh.
no, yeah, but yeah, Pariri is a cute slime. Is about some little boy some little boy and his some little boy going to middle school and he has this slime monster that he wants from 7 years ago. Accidentally created 7 years ago while watching some kindergarten show that he wants to get rid of, but he can't get rid of her because it's just like it's a slime, it's a shapeshifting slime girl, but he can't get rid of her, and she's just kind of stuck with her.
Let's see. Flit says, "Good luck on Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition, buddy." Because of the thing. Oh, I'm always ribbing Chester, so I don't think it'll hurt me much.
Rick
Oh,
was on like the first episode of that Drawn Quarter stuff. On your YouTube, I saw the second episode. I was like, wow.
yeah. I was on for like quite a few weeks in a row when it first started. I was probably on for most of the first year. We had some couple big names come on every so often. Like John Malin came on a couple times, not participating, but just talking. And there was a few others I know. I forget who, but offhand. Yeah, but they did show your I know you put it in the chat for thing. They did show your piece at the end.
Oh, cool.
Raul.
The Punisher piece? Oh, okay.
No, no, the
What about the Daredevil? Daredevil
yeah,
piece?
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Who won?
I forget who won offhand. Amy or Armorant.
Amaras, good.
Yeah. Uh, not sure where I saved it. So tomorrow night, in preparation for the Moon Knight one, I'm going to be combining Moon Knight with Firestorm.
Wow.
I don't know how that works.
Neither do I.
Lunar Storm.
Lunar Storm, Moonstorm, Fire Knight, Storm Knight.
Fire Moon.
Who knows? Who cares about the name? It's what it looks like. What the character's gonna
I'm
look
glad
like.
I don't have to deal with the writing. I'm just gonna draw stuff.
Yeah, I'm just combining what the characters look like. We can talk about possible lore for the character, but
The lore behind the character, yeah.
hey, and it almost makes sense too. Those two going together. It takes two personalities to make the one guy, and then Moon Knight has several personalities, making up one guy. They both have multiple personalities.
Mm. Now, I don't know. I know back in the day when we first started, he had like 3 human personas. I do not know how many personalities Moon Knight has now.
I don't either, but Alpha says the multiple personalities thing is pretty recent. I don't like it. Flit says join the stream, say nothing, then dip out at a random time, cultivate an air of mystery, leave them wondering what you're up to.
Yeah.
Well, and that's sort of because Metal said not participating and just talking is my favorite thing to do. Well, I know probably where I should get my mashups. Where the heck did I save that piece?
Where is Rick's piece at?
I'm trying to figure out where I saved my Daredevil piece from Drawn and Quartered.
Did you submit it in the poll? Because I didn't see it in the
Oh
in the
no,
poll
no,
thing or chat thing.
you don't have to submit it that way. Well, if you're on air when they're going through stuff, you just get put on. If you stay there throughout the thing, you get put on the poll automatically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Herman, Jeff Potts, Herman Hunter, he makes up the poll during the thing if you're there. So you were on it the 1 week, first week you were there, I think. And
For
I got
Wesker.
Yeah, and I got people. I voted for you. I put you up at the top. You got to rearrange.
Yeah. I was trying to vote for myself. I didn't even know how to do it. I was like, I should have just voted for myself.
Yeah, you got to
Like
move
0
your.
votes. I got nervous.
You got to. Yeah, you got to move that up to the top, and you'll get the top number of points. You arrange them in the order that you think is the best to the least, and that determines the points everybody gets from you.
Speaking of points, what's going on with this silhouette game? So I've now dropped to 6th place.
Yeah, because you're not coming and participating.
I'm trying.
If you don't come and participate.
I'm gonna try again. So wait, so my name is no longer on the YouTube or what? What's happening?
No. What happens with that is, I'll show you. That I know where it is, and I can show.
Oh man.
Silhouette. Right there. Leaderboard. I have sort of 2 leaderboards. Here's the one
where you can get points if you draw manga.
No. You gotta come and guess. Hey, Outcast. This is one that everybody sees on thing. I haven't updated it since last week yet. But I have a second one that I keep everybody in who's participated
Oh, good.
and the points. So, when I update this for next week, you'll be down in like 6th place, right? Because you only got 14 points and people have more. There's people that participated that have more points than you, than 14.
Uh-huh.
So they go into 5th place. So the best way to come and get yourself back up in that top 5 is to come and, I'll say, try and get points, because you got to be fast enough to be in the chat to get the point. You got to be one of the top 3 people. First 3 people have the right answer.
Okay, I got you.
Because sometimes somebody, says, the first 3 people to write in have the wrong answer, right? And it's the 4th person that has the right answer. So the 4th person gets points because the first 3 people were wrong.
I can't believe I like zombies. I can't believe I didn't get iZombie. I felt so embarrassed. I should have known that was iZombie girl. Ah.
I still read the comic book. I know it's speaking of comic books, Zombie Shrimp wasn't on there, but what?
There was a lot of I'd say there was a lot of characters, not a lot of characters to choose from, so it was a little hard.
Mm.
But
Mm.
and then I accidentally put a couple of characters on that weren't like vampires. Well, vampires, but not vampires.
It was some guy's avatar.
Who wasn't
How
undead?
can I guess the guy's avatar that was in the chat? Oh.
Well, hey, his avatar was literally in chat the most of the whole thing, so it looked exactly like it.
I know, I can't believe that.
And I did say avatars right at the beginning. It could be somebody's avatar. Because his whole thing is he's a mummy, right? So I just thought it'd be cute to have one of that in there. And I left it right to the end because I knew it was going to be the hardest one. And at the beginning of the round, without anybody asking, I sort of gave a clue. If you've been looking all this time, you should be able to get this one. Or something to that effect, I said. But now let's see if anybody's saying in the chat. Okay, see. Oh. Metal had said a couple minutes ago, Moon Knight is one of those characters that used to be really niche and cool, but becomes way less interesting over time because everyone thinks they know what should finally be done with him. Now, Cass is here saying hi to everybody. Everybody's saying hi to him. Metal says Evan is the best mummy. He's not just some guy. Flit says, oh yeah, was Roddy Tops a character on the Undead episode? Did I get my 100 points? No.
Roddy Tops is from the video game franchise.
Okay. Well, we could have had the undead characters from those, but I'm not sure whether we did get any from video games or not. I forget. Anyways, Flit says also sounds like shenanigans, Rick. Shenanigans? Me? Never. But they were all, well, they were pretty easy up until a certain point. And then they just got hard.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing next time?
In 2 weeks it's gonna be the kaiju, I think, like you asked.
Oh, like I suggested, kaiju. Oh,
Yeah.
that's an obvious one. I'm surprised you didn't do that already.
Yeah, well, it's probably because I didn't think there was enough out there.
There's more kaiju that I can remember. Not even just from the Godzilla movies. Literally, there's a whole genre of films called kaiju films, where there's a
Be
whole
right
bunch
back,
of them from
dude.
Japan,
Yeah,
like
but
Amira.
I know, almost obviously, I know about kaiju, but
Mm.
because of Godzilla, but I don't really watch those movies. I know that there's some, like other monsters that Godzilla has fought in the past.
There's also a lot from a lot in Japanese media in general. There are a lot of TV shows, live action TV shows, with
Yeah,
kaiju, with kaiju in them.
yeah,
The and there's a lot in there's so many kaiju that I can't even name them all.
yeah.
Most of the,
It says the silhouette game difficulty spike is real. Metal said Run Run Roddy Tops is still one of the best songs from the Shantai series. Alpha says all the monsters from Power Rangers are kaiju too. They turn into them at the end of the show. Yes. Yeah, I guess I wasn't really thinking of them as kaiju, but yes, technically they are. So there are a ton of kaiju. But also, like there's the thing too. I was probably thinking, most of them were from Godzilla, maybe Power Rangers. So that really,
no. There are more kaiju franchises in Japan.
yeah. I'm telling you what I was thinking. Half the reason I hadn't done it before. Again, like I was saying, like I was only thinking there's one or two shows out there that these things are from. So I thought I would have been very limited.
Well, also America technically had a kaiju movie before Godzilla and not King Kong, by the way. What about another one? They had another one with a dinosaur before Godzilla was a thing technically.
Uh,
Even after Godzilla was a thing, America made a couple other their own kaiju movies.
yeah. Let's see. Metal says there are even a ton of American kaijus as well. You have near endless choices. Yes, I'm just saying what I thought at the time. Like I get that there's now, I guess with what I was thinking that there was compared to what there is, because I was just thinking in the realm of Godzilla. I guess mainly, I really wasn't even thinking Power Rangers, you know, beforehand. But yeah, there's a lot more stuff for kaiju out there than I realized. And Alpha says Ultraman, and then Flip says, can a human also be a kaiju if he's really, really big and not a monster? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that 50-foot woman is also a kind of a kaiju.
Made it back.
You were gone?
Yeah, I'll
They
just
said
stay in the
that.
bag.
What was that?
It's the 50-foot woman was also a kaiju. So
Yeah, Attack of the 50-foot woman, yeah. Where she's slowly growing. But like I said, I wasn't thinking of them as kaiju because I was just thinking of, like Godzilla and the monsters like that more as kaiju than all this other stuff. I was just thinking of the other stuff as just monsters for some reason. Metal says kaiju literally translate to strange creature. Technically, them being ridiculously big is what makes them strange. And Flit says Rick is getting sassy because he is getting art mugged by Raul. Yeah, well, Raul the better art. I'll admit any day of the week, right? Because
I'm drawing Rooster Fighter.
no, what he means is because you're a better artist.
Drawing chickens.
No, okay. Your art is way better than mine.
I learned a lot of stuff. I need to learn paneling.
Yeah, so, but just your drawing is. Yeah, your drawing in itself is just really good.
Well, when you understand like storytelling, writing a story, laying out panels, the reasoning the characters are doing something, then you'll be impressed with that. I'm impressed with that. All I do is just draw a little bit. That's about it.
Yeah, well, that's what he's talking about is the drawing.
I'll tell him thank you for that. But once you find out what Rick can do, then you'll be like, whoa.
He knows what I can do. He's actually drawing up the ash can for Snowdrift Flit.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Let's see.
And you've probably seen the first page. I'm not sure whether he's done the second page yet or not, but I do have. Mm-hmm. I've shown it once here so people can look at. Metal is saying for the old people, mogged is just a modern way of saying owned or pun.
Oh, okay. I'll take all compliments. I'll try to find them in the chat. Let's see what he's saying.
Here's Snowdrift page 1.
Oh, man.
Flit did this.
Who's drawing that?
Flit.
Who did that?
Flit in the chat.
Who?
Flit in the chat.
The gentleman in the chat?
Yeah.
With us?
Well,
no.
Well, what?
No, not
3D.
Not on the panel. Not on the panel.
Yo, I got scared.
Okay, who else? Not Fitz chosen. By the chat, okay. I mean the people that are typing.
Oh, yeah, Flit. Oh, nice. What?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what obvious silhouette games that haven't done yet. Have you done Aliens yet?
Aliens? Maybe. I forget. I'd have to look at my whatchamacallit. I did Star Trek, so. Or did I do just... No, I don't think I did just Star Trek. Here, give me a second.
You should put that page on the Instagram.
I might have for a while back.
Oh, a while back. Oh, okay.
Episodes.
Delicious drawings.
Did that view list. Okay, so I did sci-fi, so that would include aliens. For season 1, I don't have 1, 2, and 3 listed what it was. I think it was just a variety. Then I did video games, sci-fi, babies, teams, ducks, mechs, horror. I'm not sure what 11 was. 70s cartoon, live action cars, TV and TV shows with Thanksgiving episodes, animated Christmas specials, live Christmas specials, TV shows with a Christmas episode, 60s cartoons, 1980 character debate in comics, 80s cartoons, 21 was famous dogs, 93 character debate. I'm not sure what 23 was. I've got this down 20 for some reason, but it wasn't. 90s cartoons, cross comics for episode 26. 1980 video game characters, 2001 character debate, famous birds, 2000 the 2000s cartoon characters, villain teams, 90s video game characters, characters that debated in 1948, shows with an Easter special, famous clowns, cartoon characters from the 2010s, serial mascots, sidekicks from comic books and cartoons, video game characters from 2000 2009, characters that debuted in 52, indie comic book characters, famous cats, Canadian superheroes, American patriotic superheroes, brand mascots. No, it doesn't look like what was said. Alien specifically, unless you want to consider sci-fi.
Okay, that might be a later episode then.
Yeah. Okay. There are mistakes I need to fix on page 2 and some things I want to change on page 1, but I'll do that after I'm done with page 3. Flit says. Alpha says spoilers. Flit says, did Rick ever do characters named after food? No, I did not. We could do that though. Put in comments of one of the Silhouette games. Raul says, Raul the art mod. Great. The character. Great. The character on the rise. Or what about
Great new
not doing
character. Raoul
characters
the
but
art
objects?
mogger.
But objects like spaceships. Yeah, I did do one vehicles, space vehicles, I think. Live action vehicles I've done.
Mhm.
Oh, last season, episode 50, I did do cartoon and comic book and video game ghosts. So I sort of did the ghost one that we had with the undead, but it was specific to
Mhm.
ghosts. I think Casper was in that one too.
Mm.
Uh, Metal says everyday animals, where the entire episode is just silhouettes of real everyday animals. Metal says that name just makes me think Raul is a Moogle from Final Fantasy.
Oh, Raoul the art mogger. I forgot what he was saying now. I like the new short I have called Coloring Raoul. I like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
obvious
told a lot
ones
of
we
people
haven't done
about it.
yet. Well, a lot of obvious ones we haven't done yet. Like another one, the obvious one's dragons, for example.
Yeah. Although Flit says this is not done yet, here is page 2 of the Ashcan so far.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, the one with the buses. I remember that one. Eesh.
I think those are actually trolleys.
Apologies. It's not the double decker buses from England.
No, no, because this is supposed to be Montreal
Okay.
in the 1950s. 1950. Metal says Art Mog would be if you gave Mog the Moogle a pictomancer job instead of dancer.
The metal.
Yeah, Raoul's character in D&D, a character that can only communicate through drawings.
Hey, that's good. It's something. What do we do in the D&D game? I can't wait for that.
And Outcast says to Flint, that looks really good. I keep telling him that, but he doesn't want to believe me. Joshua is awesome about something. Metal says, trolleys are like if you had a bus, if a bus was a train, or a train was a bus. And then he's thinking, shucks, shuckalala. There's actually, I think he means there's streetcars. Streetcars, trolleys, same diff, as far as I'm concerned.
Actually.
Actually!
Actually, I'll let you change it.
And then he goes, streetcars, dang nabbit, because he forgot the T originally. And the Metal says, a streetcar named Desire.
– 7.5 weeks. Streetcar.
So you ready for tomorrow's night's mashup?
Of course. I like the mashups. What time is it going to be on?
10 Eastern.
Perfect.
Hey,
Later.
let me see your finished drawing.
Who, me or Raul?
All right, so you're painting. Okay, wait, hold on. Never mind. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I'm coloring.
Just paint bucket all of it.
Oh yeah, I found a new way to do stuff, Raul, that you might like for coloring.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
under the select,
yeah,
under the selection thing, up here. No, where the lasso one is. There's a thing called selection pen.
Yeah, I don't understand how to even use it.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna teach you.
Okay, so what is it, like a pen? You just kind of draw the paint in there?
Yeah, well, you go like this.
Oh, it's a pen that turns it to a selection.
Yeah.
Can you erase the selection? How are you making it green?
It does the green automatically where you're selecting. Because I brung it up, right? And now you can see that whole area that was green is selected.
Oh, okay.
And then if you hold the shift,
create a mask from that. Okay, yeah. Okay.
If you hold the shift, you can add on to it.
Oh, okay. right. So you do the math.
And of course, you can in the brush area you can make it bigger or smaller too.
Oh, that's great control over the selection process.
And
And
if
then
you
what do you do? Do you save it as a clipping mask, or what do you save it as after you?
well, after you like say you want to color it in, right? You have
Yeah.
the layer that it's on, right? You see this little bar here that's got all the different things, right? You
Yeah.
just hit the fill bucket and
Oh, into right. Not you're not dropping it. It's different. You have it selected. But if I go to another layer and try to use the pen again, will it save the previous selection?
no,
Right. You just go back to it.
well, no. If you go to a different, well, if you go to a different layer, if you can start again on the the selection stuff, but it will probably
Hmm.
start. Actually, it will probably might continue or might start again. I'm not sure.
Okay. But are you doing like after you do the yellow? Are you creating another layer for other pieces to color?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
other.
that's right. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's where I get lost. Okay, now I know. Now I know. I'll learn it.
But I just thought you might like the pen
I
tool,
do.
the pen.
I do. I didn't understand
S-
even what it was doing. I didn't understand any of it. I knew the lasso.
Yeah,
You're right. I could just kind of draw it. Okay, so when you're doing the green selection pen, are you just drawing the outside of the shape, or are you drawing
yeah.
everything inside?
Well, no, I'm doing like the in. You got to do the inside.
Okay.
Wherever you want it to select all that area.
You can erase this thing, like you can erase it if you.
He says, does Control D deselect everything like in Paint Shop? I'm not sure. Control D. Yes, it does. Metal.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
That's fantastic. Because then you can move on to another selection.
Yeah, and see, actually, even without me hitting the control or the shift, like I said, it just adds on with the pen tool.
Very good.
So you see, then I have down here. Yeah, wherever you make it green like this, it'll select. And then, of course, then you just, voila.
Hey, it's 9 o'clock. I'm heading out.
Yeah,
Good time.
anything you want to promote before you leave?
No, no. Look at my scrolling message. That should help.
I'm back at unit. Oh,
Look at my scrolling message. They'll do everything. They'll tell you everything I need. Oh yeah, he's right. Come back to that. Just rewind the scrolling message. Reshare. Thank you,
Yeah.
Rick. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, people have to see it when you're that small. They can't really read it. I have to make you big for them to
There
see
you
it.
go. I'll talk to you guys later. Night.
Okay, Nate, thank you for coming on. Anything you want to promote, Fitzchosa?
no, no. I have not. Still have nothing to promote.
Okay. Uh, there is also a selection option to subtract selection. Yeah. You erased some of the line art though. I did where?
It actually does look okay. Not the best, but still actually looks pretty good so far.
I'm on a different
Maybe I have to fix
layer.
that.
Joshua, I'm on a different layer than the line art, so it doesn't erase the line art. But I'm gonna thank Raul for coming on. I'll thank Fitzchosa for coming on. Thank everybody in the chat for coming by. Hopefully you've liked what I've done over the last couple hours. Maybe next week. I think I was saying this last week, but I didn't forgot. We'll go over all the stuff that we've done and try to finish it up either with colors or if it wasn't done, we'll finish up ones that need to be colored, just colored. And then if it needs actual art finished, we'll do that. So thanks for coming by, everybody. It was great having you all here. We'll catch you all tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, where we'll be combining Moon Knight and Firestorm. Hopefully you will enjoy that. And we'll catch you all. So bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful night.